Hello and welcome to Lecture 9. In this lecture, we'll learn about implementing and auditing ethics programs. At the end of this lecture, you'll be able to achieve the following. First, define the term ethics audit and explain its relationship to a social audit. Second, understand the benefits of implementing an ethics audit and its role in avoiding an ethical crisis. You'll also learn the challenges and risks involved in auditing. And finally, you'll understand the steps of an ethics audit process and the strategic importance of ethics auditing. In Lecture 9, we learned the concept of ethics program as a way for organisations to improve ethical decision-making and conduct in business. In this lecture, we'll examine the concept of an ethics audit as a way to measure and optimise the effectiveness of an ethics program. An ethics audit is a systematic evaluation of an organisation's ethics program and performance to determine whether it is effective. An ethics audit includes regular, complete and documented measurements of compliance with reference to the company's published policies and procedures. It provides an opportunity to measure conformity to the firm's ethical standards. It is similar to financial auditing. Let's now learn about social auditing. Social auditing is a process of assessing and reporting a business's performance in fulfilling the economic, legal, ethical and philanthropic responsibilities expected by its stakeholders. A social audit is broader in scope, and an ethics audit can be considered a component of it. Auditing as a process requires time and resources. Therefore, there must be tangible benefits for auditing. Some key benefits include 1. The results of the auditing process can be a key component in improving organisational performance. 2. Improves organisational learning. 3. Facilitates communication and working relationships. 4. Improves operating efficiencies. 5. Reduced costs. 6. It can help identify potential risks and liabilities. 7. Improve compliance with the law. 8. It can improve relationships with stakeholders. And 9. Exhibiting greater transparency. A significant benefit of ethics auditing comes from ethical crisis management and recovery. An ethical and legal crisis can result in a very heavy financial loss and even destroy a company. Ethical misconduct by an organisation's top leaders threatens the overall integrity of the organisation. Ethics audits help to discover inappropriate behaviour by employees and faulty processes, thus helping to prevent an organisational disaster. Now let's look at crisis management. Crisis management refers to plans to respond to and recover from natural disasters and ethical disasters which can disrupt routine operations, impact on employees, reduce productivity, destroy organisational reputation and erode shareholder confidence. Ethical disasters follow recognisable phases of escalation, commencing from ethical issue recognition. Appropriate anticipation of and intervention during these phases can stave off organisational disaster. The ethics audit provides a key link to preventing ethical disasters and development of recovery plan. The process of ethical disaster recovery planning involves contingency planning, assessing organisational risks, planning for potential occurrences, and providing ready tools to respond to ethical crises. Let's now look at the challenges of measuring non-financial performance. Effective ethical audits focus not only on financial parameters, but also on non-financial performance. A balanced organisation not only makes ethical financial decisions, but is also ethical in corporate culture, environmental actions, stakeholder engagement, etc. Parameters to focus on for ethical auditing in non-financial performance may be communication integrity, compensation integrity, governance integrity, leadership integrity, etc. Examples of models for measuring non-financial parameters can be Six Sigma, triple bottom line, and balanced scoreboard. Although ethics audits provide many benefits for individual companies and their stakeholders, they do have the potential to create risks. Let's see what the possible risks of ethics audits are. 1. Ethics audits may uncover ethical problems that a company cannot provide immediate remedy for. 2. Stakeholders may be dissatisfied with the information in an audit. 3. Conducting the audits poses a financial and record-keeping burden for the company. 4. There is no guarantee that auditing is the solution to ethical concerns. Let's now discuss the set of generic steps involved in the ethical audit process. The framework encompasses a wide range of business responsibilities and relationships. It includes the following. 1. Secure top management and board commitment. 2. Establish an ethics audit committee. 3. Define the scope of the audit. 4. Review the organisational mission, goals and values. 5. Collect and analyse relevant information. 6. Verify the results through an outside agent. And 7. Report the findings to audit committee, managers and stakeholders. Now let's look closer at the first step. Secure top management and board commitment. Board members may initiate audits based on specific stakeholder concerns or in response to corporate governance reform. Board members are held responsible for the ethical and legal compliance programs of the companies they oversee. Top management may want a way to benchmark their ethical performance. The second step in the audit process is establishing an ethics audit committee. You need to establish a committee to oversee the audit process. Ideally, the Board of Directors Financial Audit Committee would oversee the ethics audit. However, in most companies, managers or ethics officers conduct the audits. Individuals within the firm should be involved as well as external auditors. Let's look at defining the scope of audit. The Ethics Audit Committee should establish the scope of the audit and monitor progress. Scope is determined by the type of business, risks faced, and the opportunities to manage ethics. Subject matter or risk areas that are important to the ethics audit are environment, privacy, legal compliance, product liability, discrimination, employee rights, financial reporting, and fraud. Let's now look at the fourth step, reviewing the organisational mission, goals, and values. Ethics audits compare an organisation's ethical performance to its goals, values and policies. An audit process should include a review of current missions and objectives. The review step should examine all formal documents that make explicit comments about ethical, legal or social responsibilities. The firm should define its ethical priorities concurrently with this step in the auditing process. The fifth step is collecting and analysing relevant information. This step includes identification of the tools or methods for measuring progress in improving employees' ethical decisions and conduct. You need to collect internal and external documents sent to government agencies and others. This helps to determine a baseline level of compliance and commitments met and unmet. The sixth step is verifying the results through an outside agent. Verifying results through an independent party like a social or ethics audit consultant, a financial accounting firm, or a non-profit special interest group. External independent verification of ethics audit results is not mandatory. However, many companies opt for this as they treat ethics audits like their financial audits. They want to determine the reliability and validity of the findings. The final step is reporting the findings to an audit committee, managers and stakeholders. This involves distributing the ethics audit report to the board of directors and top executives for approval and then submit it to external stakeholders. The audit report should identify the purpose of the audit, the scope of the audit, methods used for the audit, role of the auditors, and guidelines followed. Let's end this lecture by understanding the strategic importance of auditing. Audits should be conducted regularly rather than in response to problems. Audits provide a benchmark as to the overall effectiveness of ethics initiatives and can be important in asset allocation and program development. Quality and effectiveness of ethics auditing are evolution, inclusivity, comparability, completeness, information disclosure, continuous improvement, and management policies and systems. In this lecture, you will have gained an awareness of what an ethics audit is, the benefits and risks involved in auditing, and the steps involved in implementing the ethics audit. Thank you for taking the time to view this lecture.